It was practically unanimous in the liberal media that the lab leak theory almost single-handedly sprang from the racist mind of Donald Trump.
He's also pushing U.S. intelligence to find evidence for this theory that the virus was accidentally released from a lab in Wuhan. That's his new angle to feed the wingnuts, to treat this virus like it was a conspiracy of some kind.
It should have never happened. This plague should never have happened. It could have been stopped. But people chose not to stop it.
What people? Tomorrow he'll blame the Spanish flu on Antonio Banderas.
But now the FBI thinks COVID likely came from a lab in Wuhan.
I asked you also back then about the investigation to COVID origins.
Is the FBI in charge of the investigation of the origins of the coronavirus?
We certainly have a role in looking into the origins of the coronavirus.
Now there's this Department of Energy study that says it's likely to have come from a lab leak, although the confidence is low. It cites the FBI. What is the determination by the FBI?
So, as you note, Brett, the FBI has for quite some time now assessed that the origins of the pandemic are most likely a potential lab incident in Wuhan. Let me step back for a second. You know, the FBI has folks, agents, professionals, analysts, virologists, microbiologists, et cetera, who focus specifically on the dangers of biological threats, which include things like novel viruses like COVID, and the concerns that in the wrong hands, some bad guys, a hostile nation state, a terrorist, a criminal, the threats that those could pose. So here you're talking about a potential leak from a Chinese government-controlled lab that killed millions of Americans, and that's precisely what that capability was designed for. I should add that our work related to this continues, and there are not a whole lot of details I can share that aren't classified. I will just make the observation that the Chinese government, seems to me, has been doing its best to try to thwart and obfuscate the work here, the work that we're doing, the work that our U.S. government and close foreign partners are doing, and that's unfortunate for everybody.
Unfortunate? I'll say unfortunate. Talk about an understatement. He also said it killed millions of Americans. Well, last I checked, it was about 1,115,000. But why quibble? More Americans have lost their lives from fentanyl than from car accidents and gun deaths combined. Listen to this mother.
Source. Now, if we had Chinese troops lining up along our southern border with weapons aimed at our people, with weapons of mass destruction aimed at our cities, you damn well know you would do something about it. We had a weather balloon from China going across our country. Nobody died, and everybody's freaking out about it. But 100,000 die every year, and nothing's being done. Not enough is being done. Numbers are going up, not down. And you talk about children being taken away from their parents. My children were taken away from me. 100,000 Americans every year are having their children, 200,000 because it's both parents, right? Are having their children taken away from them. This should not be politicized. It's not about race. Fentanyl doesn't care about race. You talk about welcoming those crossing our border, seeking protection. You're welcoming drug dealers across our border. You're giving them protection. You're not protecting our children.
Now, Bill Maher makes an interesting observation about the groupthink of the writers, very likely liberal writers, he hires.
Just like in life, you don't always agree with your friends on everything. So it did turn out that it was okay, because here I am 30 years later, still on. But I get every year when we are looking for, maybe we want new writers on our show. I love the writers I have, but you know what? I'm running a business here. Right. I'm sorry, it's brutal, but if I can find somebody better, that's what I'm doing. I always serve the show first. So every year I read these packets of proposed writers, and I read them this year as I do every year, and it's just stunning how uniform their points of view are.
You think? By the way, you mean Bill Maher doesn't write his own jokes? Say it ain't so, Bill. Now, what does the head of the FBI have to say about the 51 former senior intelligence officials, that's how they describe themselves, who signed onto a letter claiming the Hunter Biden laptop story had, quote, all the earmarks of Russian disinformation, end of quote. The 51, by the way, included James Clapper, Obama former director of national intelligence, Michael Hayden, former CIA head under George W. Bush, Leon Panetta, former CIA head under Obama, John Brennan, former CIA head under Obama.
I can't speak to what former officials of the intelligence community may or may not have said. I can only speak to what we do. And unfortunately, as you would expect, if we're going to do this investigation in the right way, that means I can't talk about the specifics of that investigation, other than to assure everyone that I expect our people to tackle this investigation the way that I expect them to tackle every investigation, which is to follow the facts wherever they lead, no matter who likes it.
Okay,
and there's
so
always somebody who doesn't like it.
Hey, don't blame me. I didn't sign no letter. What's this? The great Eldersky has in his baby brown libertarian fingers a pair of my slippers. Indeedy do. These are tan. They come in different colors. They also come in different styles. Call the number on your screen or go to the website. MyPillow.com, promo code ELDER. This, of course, is the product that started it all. It is the MyPillow. Now there's a MyPillow 2.0. Again, you've never slept on anything more comfortable. Go to MyPillow.com, promo code ELDER, or call the number on your screen. And remember, there are over 100 different products that Mike Lindell has for you. This is a 6-pack of towels. Towels that work, meaning they are absorbent. They absorb the water. Isn't that what you want a towel to do? They come in different colors. Again, MyPillow.com, promo code ELDER, or call the number on your screen. Finally, this is the Giza Dream bedsheet. Finest cotton in the world, found in an area in Egypt known as Giza. Mike went around the world to find the best cotton, and he ended up finding the best cotton in Giza in Egypt. As you can see, mine is white. Well, I am the black face of white supremacy. You're not. So what other color would I get? But you may want a different color. So go to the website, MyPillow.com, promo code ELDER, or call the number on your screen. Remember, over 100 different products. MyPillow.com, promo code ELDER. MyPillow.com, promo code ELDER. Now, I know you love the show, so be sure to hit that like button. Also, hit subscribe. We're trying to get our subscriptions up. And you see that little donate button? Hit that. Throw a little something in the tip jar. Now, scroll down and get on our mailing list, because believe it or not, from time to time, YouTube seems to have an issue with my videos. I don't know why. But if you want to make sure you don't miss any of them, you got to get on our mailing list. And finally, LarryWithEpoch.com, LarryWithEpoch.com. I am Larry Elder. This has been the Larry Elder Show for Epoch Times. Remember, we've got a country to save. I'll see you next time.